Coming to you live from the palatial studios of PBJ Productions. Welcome to Patrick and BJ Talk Real Estate, where we talk about life, the universe, and everything as it relates to real estate. Hey everybody, it's BJ.
And Patrick.
And we're back talking about what's happening in the world of real estate, and specifically as it relates to Victoria and Vancouver Island. So thank you for joining us. If you haven't, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us with growing the channel and getting the word out. If you have anything specific that you have questions about or you'd like to see us talk about, please put it in the comments and we will we'll take it from there.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's that time of year again. You guys are going to be getting notices for your property assessment for if you're a homeowner. And we want to discuss that a little bit, just so you have an idea of how does that reflect on your value of your property, and explain where does that value come from.
Yeah, because it's an interesting paradox that we're about to see when these property assessments come out, because these assessments are based on numbers in a really hot seller's market, which is not the market that we are in today.
Well, I think that's a really good way to set the stage, because those assessments are going to be reflective of values that is calculated back at the beginning of July of the previous year. Right. So you get it in the mail in the middle of January of a number that they think your house might be sort of worth in July, beginning of July 2022.
Right.
So that you're going to pay for in July 2023.
Right.
So, but a lot of people will look at the assessed value and either, this property, we've been used to this now for the past 2 years at least. Oh, look, the property's $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 more than the assessed value. So there's a couple ways to explain that. One is just the market. It's previously assessed, and now because it's a static number from July, what if you're looking at the house in December and the markets continue to move up, then it's going to be obviously more than the assessed value.
Right.
And if now we're going to experience it's going the other way.
Right.
So we might be coming down to even, or we'll see a lot of real MLS descriptions saying, look, below listed or below assessed value, looking like that it's a better deal. Yeah. At least it's perceived many times.
Sure.
From the public, hey, look, we're under assessed value.
Yeah.
That must be a good deal.
Right.
Right.
And I've always said to clients the assessed value is based on an algorithm and some different then numbers that get used to generate this assessed value, based on market trend, the market at the time, not the trend of the market, the snapshot of the market at the time, I would say. And then there's algorithms and things that go into that. However, the true value of your home is always based on what the market is doing for the same kind of homes. That's why we do CMAs, a market evaluation, to price your home, not based on the assessment, but based on what's happening in the market. So the true value of your home is what somebody is prepared to pay for that. And we determine that number based on looking at recent sales of equivalent properties in the area, and we take different things into effect and so on. But that's how we determine when we say we think your house is should be priced at this number.
Exactly.
That's how we would determine that number. So, for me, I always think of what's the true value of your home. It's what somebody is willing to pay for that home.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah, that's market value, right? So that's the difference between the assessed value and the market value. The other thing that can really throw off the assessment number and the market value number is, what if there's a renovation?
Right.
If you added $50,000, $100,000 in investment, well, how is that going to be reflected in the market value? Well, the assessment hasn't caught up yet. If you just done that renovation in the last few months, well, your home is being assessed for July, even if it took you all year, unless somebody came to your house, which they're not really doing that.
Right.
They're making a calculation from the government office, the BC assessments, and then sharing that with the municipalities. Municipalities are using that number and then attributing they call it a mill rate, attributing another number, a multiplier, to figure out how much they're going to charge for your property taxes. And that's all that number is for.
Sure. And so put it in perspective also, I have yet to have a client that's told me, look at all these amazing renovations that I did. My tax assessment hasn't caught up to the renovation rate, so I'm going to, what I've done for the renos, so I want to call the municipality and tell them, you need to come here and reassess my home so that I can pay higher taxes.
Yeah, nobody's asked me that either, or asked me how to do that.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Right. So getting back to where does that put us? Let's in January. You're gonna get an assessment in January.
That's right. Yeah.
My expectation is that the assessment and your taxes are going to be higher than what your property is worth based on the market.
Right. Let's say the prices were still going up March, April, May, and started trending downwards as soon as we got interest rate bumps.
Yeah.
We had two bumps in a row, bumps as in two increasing rates for interest rates, and then the market started getting affected. Right. So June, July numbers still might be a high enough number, but as it's trending down, it might be it could be a matching number, or it could be slightly higher than.
Right.
You know, obviously we would have to look at it case by case.
Sure.
Right, because my experience with the assessed value, once you sold the property, this assessed value could be 10% higher than that price. It could be 10% lower.
Sure.
It could be bang on.
Yeah.
But unless you take it one property at a time, it's really hard to make a generalization.
Right.
That, like, oh, if these properties are all worth $50,000 more because they have a view, or they have something, in common. So that it's almost impossible to make that generalization.
Sure. And I know, over the years, I've had clients reach out to me they've said, look, I just got my assessment and it shows me this number, and I don't know if this is right. Can you help me? And so, I've done some CMA work for them and gone through it with them and gone over it with them. And, a big part of that was just for them to understand, how does this work? And just for them, they were asking, is it worth me calling them and having them reassess my property to come back with a new price? And in one case she tried and they didn't make an adjustment for her. Yeah. They said, no, we're staying with the number. So it's just, I guess you get, let's say now you're going to get this in the mail. What are you going to do? Right. It's either you can accept the number, whatever the case may be, and you'll have a time limit. I think it's till the end of February. I don't remember right now, but you can challenge that number, and you would be required to show the BC property assessments comparables to back up what you claim. Like, if you think it's too high and you want it lowered, you would have to find comparables, and obviously we can help with something like that. Yeah, so that's just to keep a heads up that is coming, and that, be aware that all things being equal, the assessment value on that tax assessment is going to be higher than what the market value for your home is right now. I think just, be aware, don't worry. Again, the market is going to come back. I think we talked about this once, Patrick. You said it's historically in Victoria, when the market has had a downturn, within 12 to 18 months, there's been a correction of that where the market has actually rebounded past prior to that downturn. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Every single time. Yeah. But it takes somewhere about that, like, not really longer than 18 months. Sure. So yeah, if the market really takes a downturn, like if you bought in the last 2 years and you need to move next year or the year after, like, if you can possibly wait, because you don't want to be underwater on the sale of your home, right, to be able to move to
to the next thing.
Yeah.
So ideally,
Yeah.
if you can wait a little while, it'll all correct itself. Just give it enough time.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining us. We're out of time today, but appreciate your time that you're you're investing with us and sharing with us. Again, if you have any questions, please stick them in the comments. If you haven't, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow the channel and get the word out. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.